Hi, my name is Madeline Rainwater, and I am a senior at the University of Arkansas, and I did my Art in a Day project over Supine Woman, located at Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. The artist behind Supine Woman is Wayne Thiebaud. Wayne Thiebaud was born in Mesa, Arizona in 1920. He attended San Jose State College and Sacramento State College, and his career began in 1939 when he worked as a freelance cartoon artist, sign painter, and illustrator. He also taught art at Sacramento Junior College and taught art at the University of California, Davis. Thiebaud is one of the most well-known pop artists in the United States, and his most recognizable pieces are all images of food. Some of his notable paintings are pies, 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 and cakes. Supine Woman was created in 1963. The medium is oil on canvas. This piece is a departure from Thiebaud's classic food paintings and focuses rather on the female human. Thiebaud has painted other pieces that feature a female subject, such as Girl with Ice Cream Cone, and the subject is actually his wife, Betty Jean Thiebaud. In this piece, the model for the woman is Thiebaud's daughter, Twinka Thiebaud. There is no solid distinction between the background space and by whatever the subject matter is being supported. The subject's placement in space is left unknown and up to the viewer's discretion. The background and support of the subject matter blend together to create an ambiguous representation of space. Despite this, it is clear that Supine Woman has a slightly diagonal plane. Although only one arm and one side of the woman's face is visible, it is also clear to see the use of symmetry in the subject's chest, hips, legs, and feet. Thiebaud's use of wavy lines make the woman's head, face, hand, legs, and feet more graceful and lifelike. This contrasts with the straighter lines used for the woman's dress. Both forms of line are somewhat blurred in this painting, making the image less harsh than if the sharp lines were used. Thiebaud utilizes shadows to depict depth and dimension. In addition to two forms of line being used, it appears as though two types of shapes are represented. The woman's chest, arm, hips, and thighs all seem relatively boxy and geometric. The triangular tips of her pointy-toe heels could even be considered geometric. However, the rest of her body is made up of biomorphic shapes that make the woman more realistic. As for color, the background space of this piece is a stark white, which is distinctive of Thiebaud's paintings of objects. He was drawn to the color white because it combines all colors while simultaneously absorbing and reflecting light. The off-white of the woman's dress stands out against the background due to the artist's use of shadows again. Thiebaud uses various hues of white, black, brown, red, and a skin tone color in this painting, thus combining achromatic and chromatic colors. The use of color at the top of the woman as well as the bottom gives the piece a sense of balance. Additionally, Supine Woman follows a realistic style because the woman is not rendered in an abstract form and is intended to represent a lifelike appearance. The methodology of which Supine Woman could be classified is psychoanalysis. There are three different approaches to psychoanalysis in art, and the psychoiconography approach aligns most optimally when analyzing Supine Woman. Psychoiconography is defined as when the iconography of a work is determined by convention and theme and can be analyzed psychologically. During the 1960s, when this painting was created, more women were beginning to enter the workforce. This led to a rise in sexual harassment, just as second-wave feminism was emerging in the United States. The woman depicted in Supine Woman is lying on her back with her legs spread, wearing a dress that would likely not be suitable for the workplace. Thiebaud could be illustrating his belief that women are to be working only in the home and are sexual and reproductive objects. Second, Thiebaud could be illustrating the mold women were wanted to fit into by those who opposed women in the workplace and/or second-wave feminism. People against women stepping into new roles would have seen women as only good for homemaking and sex, not manual labor or opinions. This could possibly account for the woman's expressionless face. Some people did not want to pay attention to what women had to say, therefore some women may have trained themselves to hide their feelings. Unless explicitly explained by Thiebaud, the true meaning of Supine Woman will remain open to interpretation. Supine Woman is categorized as belonging to pop art. Supine Woman is a work of pop art for various reasons. First, it is easy to recognize the various hues of color and pigment in this piece. Second, although women were not typically called objects of everyday life, Thiebaud painted the woman to look very plain and ordinary. The entire pop art movement was centered around the elevation and expression of daily objects, so this factor is critical when deciding whether or not to define a work as pop art. Lastly, Supine Woman utilizes simplistic lines and angles. A wide variety of pop art has geometric elements. When I first saw Supine Woman at Crystal Bridges, I was immediately drawn to it because I love the ambiguity and that it's open to interpretation. I find this piece very relatable because the woman in the painting seems very tired and worn out, and I think it holds a psychological value because even though she is expressionless, that could convey human emotion of apathy or engagement even. But overall, I'm really glad I got to explore Thiebaud's artwork more because I really love him as an artist.